Right, where do I begin? So, It Takes You Away is definitely one of the more unusual episodes. The story, when you break it down, is quite a typical Doctor Who story, but the way it was executed has strayed away from the old structure we're used to. Now, last week I said the Doctor was getting a lot better, but if you'd asked me the same question at the start of this episode, my answer may have been different. I do think, however, throughout this episode, the Doctor was more like the Doctor. When she was holding open the portal and begging Graham to make up his mind, for example, that was a typical Doctor moment. Speaking of Graham, what a challenge he's had this week as he was forced to reject a too good to be true Grace. I think he had a very tough time, and I was really moved by almost all of his scenes. And Graham and Ryan's relationship reached a new milestone as Ryan called Graham Grandad. It was a truly heartfelt moment and something I've been anticipating since episode 1. Ryan also had to look after a teenage girl named Hannah, and I'm glad he wasn't good at it, because it doesn't always come naturally. However, it was nice to see Hannah actually warm to him at the end. Yaz has stepped up a notch. It was nice to see her reference her police training, and it was great when she stood up to the Solitract. Unfortunately, I think she is still the weaker companion this series, but who knows, the finale may change that. The Anti-Zone was a very good destination, very atmospheric and filled with flesh moths, a creature that may have delivered one of the most gruesome deaths of New Who. I don't think the guest stars this week met the standards of last week. I didn't find the dad very likeable, and although I liked Hannah with Ryan, I don't think Hannah was a very developed character on her own, to be honest. The Solitract was an odd threat. The frog scene, although symbolic, made me cringe a little. Interesting motive though. Overall, It Takes You Away either gets it very right, like the flesh moths and the mystery of the episode, or very wrong, like that frog. I also feel there was a little too much dialogue in this episode, and I'm beginning to think it's the lack of music that's making this so obvious. So, I can't really decide if I liked it, or I thought the opposite. But it's not just about what I thought. What did you think, Lewis?
Well, I thought it was, confusing.
That's enough. Thanks for that, short but sweet. So, next week it's the last episode of 2018 for Doctor Who, and it comes in the form of the Battle of Ranskoor Avkolos. But until then, I've been Christopher, and you've been brilliant.